Hello and welcome to Silvercare Daily, your go-to channel for easy, reliable health tips designed especially for seniors who want to live their best, healthiest life. Here's a fact that might surprise you. According to the CDC, over 8 million people in the United States suffer from gout, a painful, often misunderstood form of arthritis that mainly targets older adults. Gout doesn't just cause annoying discomfort. It triggers sudden, severe joint pain, swelling, and redness that can completely disrupt your daily routine. What's even more alarming is that the number of gout cases has been steadily increasing over the past decade. But here's the good news: many of these painful flare-ups are avoidable. One of the biggest triggers? The foods you eat every day. In this video, we're going to reveal the top 10 foods that may be secretly increasing your uric acid levels and putting you at risk for gout attacks. This isn't just about avoiding pain. It's about taking back control over your health and mobility, so you can enjoy life without the limits of joint pain or arthritis. But before we jump in, if you want to protect your joints and learn how to stay active and pain-free, make sure to like this video, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to Silvercare Daily. Your support helps us create more helpful videos tailored just for you. Alright, are you ready to discover simple changes that can make a huge difference in your health? Let's dive in and get you started on the path to a gout-free, pain-free life. Number 10. Spinach and kale. Spinach and kale are often hailed as nutritional superheroes, packed with essential vitamins like A, C, and K, antioxidants, fiber, and minerals such as calcium and magnesium. For seniors, these greens support bone health, boost immunity, and promote heart health, all critical for aging well. However, when it comes to managing gout, it's important to understand how these superfoods fit into your diet. Both spinach and kale contain moderate amounts of purines, natural compounds found in many plant and animal foods. When purines break down in your body, they produce uric acid. Elevated uric acid levels can lead to the formation of crystals in the joints, triggering the intense pain and swelling typical of gout attacks. While these leafy greens are healthier than high-purine meats or seafood, eating them in very large quantities could cause a slight increase in uric acid levels, especially for those who are sensitive or prone to gout flare-ups. The good news? The Arthritis Foundation and several studies have shown that purines from plant sources like spinach and kale are less likely to cause gout attacks than purines from animal proteins. So, the key is moderation. Enjoy your greens, but don't overdo it. Balance is crucial to maintaining good joint health without sacrificing the nutritional benefits these vegetables provide. Now, here's a question for you. Have you noticed whether eating spinach or kale affects your joint pain or gout symptoms? Do you usually include these greens in your daily meals? Your experiences could help others better manage their diet. As a relatable example, take the case of actress Jane Seymour, who has openly shared her journey with arthritis and emphasizes a plant-rich diet, including leafy greens, as part of her approach to managing joint pain. She advises combining these vegetables with low-purine foods to keep uric acid levels in check. Supporting this advice, a significant 2016 study published in Arthritis Care and Research analyzed thousands of gout patients over several years. Researchers found that moderate consumption of purine-rich vegetables, including spinach and kale, did not increase the risk of gout attacks. This finding is crucial because it means you don't have to avoid these nutrient-dense greens to protect your joints. In summary, spinach and kale can be part of a healthy, gout-friendly diet. Just remember to eat them in moderation and alongside other low-purine foods to keep your uric acid balanced and your joints comfortable. Number 9. Mushrooms. Mushrooms have earned their place in kitchens worldwide thanks to their rich umami flavor, versatility, and impressive nutritional profile. They're a good source of B vitamins, antioxidants, fiber, and minerals like selenium and potassium, all vital for maintaining good health, especially for seniors. However, when it comes to gout, mushrooms require a bit more caution because they contain a relatively high amount of purines. Purines are naturally occurring compounds found in many foods that, when metabolized, produce uric acid. Elevated uric acid can crystallize in joints and tissues, causing the intense pain, swelling, and inflammation characteristic of gout attacks. Mushrooms have a higher purine content compared to most vegetables, meaning that eating them excessively could contribute to increased uric acid levels, especially in individuals already susceptible to gout. But don't be alarmed. The key to enjoying mushrooms without triggering gout lies in moderation and balance. Instead of eliminating them entirely, try limiting portion sizes and pairing them with low purine foods. This approach allows you to benefit from their antioxidants and other nutrients while reducing the risk of uric acid buildup. Here's a question for you. How often do mushrooms feature in your meals? Have you noticed any connection between eating mushrooms and changes in your joint pain or gout symptoms? Sharing your experience might help others find a balanced way to enjoy their favorite foods. To put things into perspective, the National Institute of Arthritis and Musculoskeletal and Skin Diseases, NIAMS, advises individuals with gout to limit high purine foods like mushrooms, organ meats, and certain seafood, but they do not recommend complete avoidance if these foods are consumed in moderation. For a real-life example, tennis champion Serena Williams has been open about her journey managing joint pain and inflammation. She includes mushrooms in her diet for their immune-boosting antioxidants but emphasizes the importance of portion control and balancing her meals to avoid flare-ups, a strategy that has helped her maintain peak performance. Scientific research also supports moderation. A study published in the Journal of Rheumatology highlights that while mushrooms contain purines, their effect on gout risk is less severe compared to meat and shellfish. This suggests that mushrooms can still be enjoyed responsibly as part of a gout-conscious diet. In summary, mushrooms are a nutritious addition to your meals, but if you're prone to gout, keep an eye on portion sizes and overall purine intake. By doing so, you can savor their flavor and health benefits without unnecessarily raising your uric acid levels or risking painful attacks. Number 8. Legumes, lentils, peas, soybeans. Legumes, including lentils, peas, and soybeans, are nutritional gems, especially for seniors who want to increase their intake of plant-based protein and fiber. These foods are rich in essential nutrients like folate, iron, magnesium, and antioxidants, which contribute to heart health, better digestion, and stable blood sugar levels. For anyone looking to maintain a balanced diet, legumes offer a delicious and versatile option. However, for individuals managing gout, it's important to recognize that legumes contain moderate amounts of purines. Purines are natural compounds found in many foods, and when your body metabolizes them, it produces uric acid. Elevated uric acid levels can lead to crystal formation in the joints, triggering painful gout attacks. Though the purine content in legumes is lower than in many meats and seafood, consistently eating large portions of legumes may still raise uric acid levels enough to contribute to gout flare-ups. Therefore, portion control is essential. Instead of consuming legumes as the sole protein source in every meal, aim to incorporate them in moderate amounts alongside low-purine foods like vegetables and whole grains. Here's something to consider. How often do legumes appear in your diet? Have you noticed any changes in your joint pain or gout symptoms after eating lentils, peas, or soy products? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Your feedback can be invaluable for others managing gout. For a real-world example, Bill Clinton, the former U.S. president, shifted to a predominantly plant-based diet after heart surgery, incorporating legumes as a main protein source. While this change improved his overall health dramatically, nutrition experts caution gout patients to moderate legume intake due to their purine content, balancing the diet carefully to avoid increasing uric acid. Scientific guidance from the Arthritis Foundation supports this approach. Legumes can be safely included in a gout-friendly diet when eaten in moderate portions, unlike high-purine animal proteins which should be limited more strictly. In summary, legumes are an excellent choice for seniors seeking nutritious, plant-based proteins. By enjoying them in sensible portions and mixing them with other low-purine foods, you can maintain good nutrition, help control uric acid levels, and reduce the risk of gout attacks, all while savoring tasty, satisfying meals. Number 7. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel. Fatty fish such as salmon and mackerel have long been praised for their impressive health benefits. They are rich sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for their powerful anti-inflammatory effects, heart health support, and brain-boosting properties. For seniors, omega-3s can help reduce chronic inflammation, potentially easing symptoms related to arthritis and other joint conditions. However, it's important to understand that fatty fish also contain significant amounts of purines. Purines are compounds that, when metabolized, increase the production of uric acid. Elevated uric acid levels can lead to the formation of painful crystals in the joints, triggering gout attacks. This means that while salmon and mackerel provide many health benefits, consuming them too often or in large quantities can increase your risk of gout flare-ups if you're prone to the condition. The good news is you don't have to avoid these delicious fish entirely. The key is moderation. The Arthritis Foundation recommends limiting intake of high-purine seafood like fatty fish to a few servings per week. This way, you can still enjoy the anti-inflammatory omega-3s that help joint health without overloading your system with purines. Let me ask you, do you regularly include fatty fish in your meals? Have you noticed any patterns in your joint health related to how much fish you eat? Your personal experience is valuable and can provide insights for others managing gout. For example, renowned actor Michael J. Fox, who has been open about managing Parkinson's disease, incorporates fatty fish into his diet to leverage the anti-inflammatory benefits of omega-3s. At the same time, he carefully balances his intake to avoid foods that may worsen inflammation or trigger joint discomfort, a strategy that can be useful for anyone dealing with gout or arthritis. A relevant health study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition analyzed dietary patterns and gout incidence, finding that high consumption of purine-rich seafood, including fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, was associated with an increased risk of gout attacks. This evidence highlights the importance of consuming these nutritious fish thoughtfully and in moderation. In summary, fatty fish offer excellent health benefits, especially for seniors seeking to reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular and brain health. However, if you're at risk for gout, it's essential to limit your portions and frequency of fatty fish consumption to keep uric acid levels balanced and prevent painful flare-ups. Number 6. Poultry, chicken, turkey. Poultry, especially chicken and turkey, has become a staple in many diets around the world, and for good reason. It's lean, versatile, and packed with high-quality protein that supports muscle maintenance, bone strength, and overall vitality, all crucial for seniors aiming to stay active and independent. Compared to red meat, poultry is often viewed as the healthier option, thanks to its lower saturated fat content and heart-friendly benefits. However, when it comes to managing gout, it's important to look beyond just fat content. Chicken and turkey also contain moderate amounts of purines, the natural compounds that the body breaks down into uric acid. If uric acid builds up beyond what your kidneys can eliminate, it may form sharp crystals in the joints, leading to sudden and painful gout attacks. While poultry isn't as purine-rich as organ meats or certain types of seafood, frequent consumption, especially in large portions or without dietary variety, can raise uric acid levels over time. The purine content in turkey skin and dark meat, in particular, is higher than in lean breast meat. So, even though poultry is healthier than many red meats, it's not completely risk-free for those susceptible to gout. Here's a practical question for you. Do you eat poultry regularly? Have you noticed any difference in joint pain or uric acid levels when switching between chicken, turkey, or plant-based proteins? We'd love to hear your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else make a smarter dietary choice. A helpful real-world example: former First Lady Michelle Obama has long advocated for healthier family eating, promoting lean meats like poultry as part of a balanced plate, but always with moderation, portion control, and lots of veggies on the side. It's a great reminder that how we eat matters just as much as what we eat. Scientific research supports this balanced approach. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, Choi and Curran, 2004, found that although poultry poses a lower gout risk than red meats or seafood, its purine content still warrants moderation, particularly for individuals with a history of gout or elevated uric acid. So what does this mean for your plate? If you enjoy chicken or turkey, stick with lean cuts, like skinless breast, keep portion sizes reasonable, and rotate with low-purine protein sources like eggs, tofu, or legumes, in moderation. By being mindful, you can still enjoy poultry as part of a delicious, joint-friendly meal plan. Number 5. Sugary drinks and fruit juices high in fructose. Sugary beverages, including soda, sweetened fruit juices, energy drinks, and even some natural juices, may seem harmless or refreshing, but for individuals prone to gout, they can be a hidden and serious trigger. These drinks often contain high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, or high concentrations of natural fructose, both of which can significantly raise uric acid levels in the body. Here's why. Unlike glucose, fructose is metabolized in the liver, where it stimulates the production of uric acid as a byproduct. This process can overwhelm the kidney's ability to remove uric acid efficiently, leading to a buildup in the bloodstream. Over time, this excess can crystallize in the joints, triggering painful gout flare-ups, often without warning. What's especially concerning is that many people underestimate how much sugar and fructose they consume through drinks. A single 12-ounce can of soda can contain over 35 grams of sugar, mostly from HFCS, enough to significantly spike uric acid levels. And even 100% fruit juices, like orange or apple juice, which are often perceived as healthy, are still dense in natural fructose and should be consumed with caution. Here's a question to reflect on. Do you drink fruit juice or sweetened beverages daily? Have you ever considered how they might be affecting your joint health or uric acid levels? If you've made a change in your drinking habits and noticed a difference, share it in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to rethink their routine. A powerful example comes from a major 2008 study published in the British Medical Journal, which followed over 46,000 men and found that those who consumed 2 or more sugary drinks per day had an 85% higher risk of developing gout than those who rarely drank them. That's a dramatic increase. and a clear signal that sugary drinks can be more than just empty calories. Even professional athletes have had to rethink their beverage choices. NBA star LeBron James famously cut sugar-laden drinks from his diet as part of a health overhaul, citing inflammation and joint stress as key concerns. The bottom line? If you're managing gout or looking to prevent it, cutting back on sugary drinks should be a top priority. Replace soda and sweetened juices with healthier alternatives like lemon water, herbal teas, or infused water with slices of cucumber or berries. Not only will you support your joints, but you'll also benefit your metabolism, blood pressure, and overall well-being. Number 4. Alcoholic beverages, especially beer. Alcohol may be a common part of social life, whether it's a glass of wine at dinner or a cold beer on a summer afternoon. But for people managing gout, it can be a serious and often underestimated trigger. All alcoholic beverages affect how the body handles uric acid, but beer is especially problematic. Why? Because beer is a double threat. It contains alcohol, which impairs kidney function, and purines, which directly increase uric acid production. This combination significantly raises the risk of a gout flare-up. When you drink alcohol, your body prioritizes processing the alcohol over other metabolic tasks, including the excretion of uric acid. As a result, uric acid builds up in the bloodstream. Beer, in particular, contains guanosine, a purine compound that further contributes to uric acid production. That's why regular beer consumption is strongly linked to both increased uric acid levels and a higher incidence of gout attacks. Here's something to consider. Do you drink alcohol occasionally or regularly? Have you ever noticed joint pain worsening after having a beer or cocktail? If so, it might not be a coincidence. Share your story in the comments. It could help others connect the dots. One eye-opening example: a study published in The Lancet followed over 47,000 men and found that each daily serving of beer was associated with a 49% increase in gout risk. Even moderate consumption had a measurable impact. The same study found that spirits also raised the risk, though to a slightly lesser extent, while moderate wine consumption had a smaller effect. Celebrity chef and author Anthony Bourdain, who openly enjoyed beer and wine, later revealed in interviews that he struggled with gout flare-ups and had to rethink his drinking habits. It's a powerful reminder that even well-informed individuals can overlook the hidden effects of alcohol on joint health. What's the best approach for seniors or anyone managing gout? Experts at the American College of Rheumatology advise individuals with a history of gout to avoid beer entirely and limit other forms of alcohol, especially during or after a flare-up. Hydration, balanced eating, and reduced alcohol intake can significantly lower the chances of recurrence. In summary, while an occasional drink might seem harmless, alcohol, especially beer, interferes with the body's ability to eliminate uric acid and adds extra purines into the mix. If you're trying to control or prevent gout, cutting back or eliminating alcohol could be one of the most powerful steps you take toward pain-free, healthy aging. Number 3. Organ meats, liver, kidneys, heart. Organ meats like liver, kidneys, and heart may be considered delicacies in many cultures and prized for their high nutrient content, including iron, vitamin A, and B12. But when it comes to gout, these meats are among the worst offenders due to their extremely high purine levels. Purines are compounds naturally found in foods that the body breaks down into uric acid. Organ meats contain some of the highest concentrations of purines of any food, which means even small servings can lead to a rapid spike in uric acid levels. For individuals prone to gout, this can trigger intense, sudden flare-ups, often overnight and often in the joints of the big toe, ankle, or knee. Unlike lean muscle meats like chicken breast or fish, organ meats are particularly concentrated in cellular material, which contains purines like hypoxanthine and guanine. Once metabolized, these compounds flood the system with uric acid. Far more than the body can handle, especially as kidney function declines with age. Here's a thought to reflect on. Do you enjoy traditional dishes that include liver or other organ meats? Have you ever experienced joint discomfort after such meals? Your story could be the key to helping someone else understand the connection. A strong real-world example comes from King Henry VIII, who famously suffered from chronic gout, often called the disease of kings due to its link with rich diets. His lavish meals, heavy in wine, red meat, and organ meats, offer a historic warning about the dangers of overindulgence in high-purine foods. Today, modern science backs this up. A report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, warns that people with gout should completely avoid organ meats due to their powerful effect on uric acid production. Even among individuals with no gout history, frequent consumption can raise the risk significantly over time. It's also important to note that while organ meats can be nutritionally dense, their high cholesterol and saturated fat content can further strain cardiovascular health, another concern for aging adults. In summary, while organ meats may be part of traditional diets or occasional indulgences, they are one of the most potent triggers of gout and are best avoided by anyone managing uric acid levels. For a safer and equally nutritious alternative, consider plant-based iron sources like legumes, in moderation, fortified grains, or lean poultry, all with lower purine content. Number 2. Seafood, shrimp, crab, lobster, sardines, anchovies. Seafood often feels like a luxurious and healthy choice, whether it's a shrimp cocktail at a family gathering or grilled sardines on a summer evening. Many types of seafood are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, lean protein, and essential minerals like zinc and selenium. However, for individuals managing gout, certain seafoods can be a serious dietary danger. Shellfish like shrimp, crab, and lobster, along with small oily fish such as sardines and anchovies, are exceptionally high in purines, compounds that break down into uric acid. These particular seafoods are among the top purine-rich foods, meaning even moderate servings can lead to rapid uric acid spikes and often trigger sudden, painful gout attacks. The issue is especially important for seniors. As we age, the kidney's efficiency in filtering uric acid can naturally decline, making the body more vulnerable to purine overload. What might have been a harmless shrimp dish at age 40 could lead to severe joint swelling and pain at age 65. Here's something to think about. Do you enjoy seafood often? Have you ever experienced joint stiffness or gout symptoms shortly after a seafood meal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insight could help others make smarter choices. A powerful real-world case comes from a well-known figure in sports. Shaquille O'Neal, the former NBA superstar, once opened up about dealing with foot and joint pain later in his career. While not directly diagnosed with gout, his diet, rich in high-protein seafood and red meats, had to be adjusted significantly to manage inflammation and pain. Scientific research backs up this caution. A landmark study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that frequent consumption of seafood, particularly shellfish and small oily fish, was strongly associated with a higher risk of gout. Sardines and anchovies were singled out as especially high in purines, making them risky choices for individuals susceptible to flare-ups. Even if you've been told seafood is healthy, it's essential to understand that not all seafood is equal. Fatty fish like salmon, in moderation, may offer anti-inflammatory benefits, while sardines, anchovies, and shellfish are more likely to intensify gout symptoms due to their purine density. In summary, if you're living with gout or have elevated uric acid levels, limiting your intake of shellfish and small oily fish could help you avoid painful flare-ups. Choose lower purine protein sources, stay hydrated, and consider consulting with a doctor or dietitian about safer seafood options. Number 1. Red meat, beef, lamb, pork. At the very top of our list is a familiar favorite for many: red meat, including beef, lamb, and pork. While these meats are rich in protein, iron, and vitamin B12, they are also one of the biggest dietary contributors to elevated uric acid levels, making them a major trigger for gout. Red meats are particularly high in purines, and when the body breaks purines down, it produces uric acid. If the kidneys can't remove the excess, uric acid builds up in the blood, forming sharp crystals in the joints, which leads to painful, sometimes debilitating gout flare-ups. This effect is especially concerning for older adults. As we age, kidney function naturally slows, and the body becomes less efficient at processing waste like uric acid. That means what you could once eat without issue may now cause intense joint pain, swelling, or stiffness. Here's something to consider. Do you still enjoy beef, lamb, or pork several times a week? Have you noticed a difference in how your joints feel after meals with heavy red meat? Share your experience in the comments. You might help someone else connect the dots in their health journey. Let's look at a real-life example. Benjamin Franklin, one of America's founding fathers, famously suffered from chronic gout later in life. Historical letters reveal that his love for rich meats and fine dining, particularly red meats and organ dishes, often left him bedridden during severe flare-ups. His experience was so well known, he once joked in a letter that gout is the only tyrant that gives me no peace. Modern science backs this up. A widely cited study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that high consumption of red meat was strongly associated with an increased risk of developing gout, particularly in older men. The risk wasn't just occasional, it climbed steadily with the amount and frequency of red meat consumed. So, what's the alternative? While you don't have to eliminate red meat completely, limiting portion size and frequency is essential. Choose leaner cuts, skip processed red meats like bacon and sausages, and swap in plant-based or low-purine protein sources like eggs, tofu, or low-fat dairy when possible. White heavy checkmark pro tip: grilled chicken breast, steamed vegetables, and a handful of nuts can offer the same satisfaction without the purine overload. In summary, red meat tops the list as the most gout-provoking food, especially for seniors. By reducing how often and how much you consume, you take a major step toward lowering uric acid, avoiding painful flare-ups, and protecting your long-term joint health. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end. We truly hope that learning about these 10 foods that increase uric acid and trigger gout has given you valuable insights into how simple changes in your diet can help protect your joints and reduce painful flare-ups. Gout, joint pain, and arthritis can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially as we age, but remember, managing these conditions starts with small, consistent steps. By making smarter food choices, you're not just reducing uric acid levels, you're giving your body the chance to heal, stay flexible, and move without pain. If you're serious about taking control of your health and improving your quality of life, now is the perfect time to start making those changes. And you're not alone on this journey. Here at Silvercare Daily, we're dedicated to bringing you expert advice, practical tips, and encouragement every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your family and friends who might also benefit, and subscribe to Silvercare Daily. Your support means the world to us and helps us create more content that can truly make a difference in the lives of seniors just like you. Also, we love hearing from you. If you have any questions about gout, arthritis, joint pain, or any other health topics you want us to cover, please leave a comment down below. Your feedback helps us tailor our videos to exactly what you need. Remember, every step you take towards better nutrition and joint care is a step towards a more active, joyful, and pain-free life. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, take care of your joints, stay healthy, and keep shining with Silvercare Daily. See you soon.